What is up, everybody? This is my final Batwoman review until October. Wow, it's been such a journey, but this is my Batwoman Season 2, Episode 18 Power Review. I'm sorry that this is getting out a little late. I decided to sleep in a little bit, so, videos got pushed back, so yeah. But, I thought this finale it wasn't my favorite episode of the season, but also, it wasn't horrible, it wasn't bad, I just thought it was really rushed, which is what I see was the overall consensus, but it wasn't a bad finale. I mean, they wrapped up a ton of stuff, and there's only, like, one thing I'm kind of upset about, but it didn't even happen in the finale, so yeah, let's just roll that intro. This episode starts off with Black Mask on the air, threatening and talking to the people of Gotham, and we have our Bat crew, Ryan, Mary, Luke, all watching the broadcast, and yeah, eventually, it's gonna be out of order. I don't have official clips for like the first 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna talk. Maybe the clips won't even match up, but yeah, eventually all the power goes out in Gotham after Black Mask finishes talking. So Luke with I'm surprised they don't even have a generator in the Batcave or whatever, but Luke on his they're in the holdup, but as Luke, Mary, and mostly Ryan and Mary talk, but Luke is there. He's on this tablet reviewing the footage of Black Mask talking, and throughout the reflection in the footage, he sees that he sees a reflection in Black Mask's mask of 64, showing that he's in the wherever they record channel 64 or whatever. But yeah, Luke's a very smart person. Oh, that's just what we'll take out of it. And I don't even think I noticed that, man. I think overall this finale, I think it was a lot like Titan Season 2, but not in the exact same way. I feel like this season could have benefited from another episode, just needing to tell out the story a little more. I felt there was a little disconnect. I felt this episode was a little disconnected from the season, like Titan Season 2's finale. At least Black Mask wasn't defeated within the first 14 minutes of it in 42-minute episode. So, yeah. But Luke gives out walkie-talkies eventually, and we have Kate in the Channel 64 place, and she is trying on that bat costume that she made at the end of the last episode, and it looks cool, man. And her and Black Mask talk, and Black Mask hooks Tabanoff up to some venom, because he's gonna become. He says that Bane was a great leader for an army or whatever Black Mask says. Except Bane would have his temper tantrums whenever he couldn't have the venom, so we're gonna try to stop that by also having the snake bite in it. And that doesn't work, and Tabanoff like passes out, so Black Mask is like, well, this is why we test our products on animals, calling back to the previous episode where Batwoman interrogated the guard. But the Bat crew talk on walkie-talkies, and I'm wrong. This is where I got the clips. Maybe it was just the first 3 minutes that I didn't have clips up. But yeah, the Bat crew talk on walkie-talkies. They make a plan, and yeah, anarchy is basically going on in the city as this happens. Luke's like, I didn't use the internet. We have books. Batman was Batman for like 15 years. But anyway, Sophie's gonna go on with Ryan as when she does the plan, and Ryan's like, you don't have to do that. I don't know. If you look at the beginning of the season, Ryan and Sophie have grown so much from the beginning of the season where they basically hated each other. But that's a loud truck, man. Oh, it's a garbage truck. Huh. I don't even know if you guys can hear that. But yeah. Eventually, when Ryan and Sophie talk, I don't know why I have this many clips. Alice comes in, and Ryan calls her where she's living, her loft, and Alice is like, "What? This is Kate's loft or whatever," and it just shows by the end of the episode that Ryan is basically Kate's replacement, and I know people hate saying replacement, but come on, I do have a little issues with this, the Ryan Wilder character. I don't hate her. I actually like this character a lot more than Kane, but after seeing what Wallace did, I think Kane was mostly just Ruby Rose not wanting to play it. But whatever. Alice talks to Ryan real quick, and they're finally gonna team up, or they're gonna like. Ryan's just like get out or whatever, and anarchy is happening in the city, and Black Mask said, "Put on a mask and join us." So all the crime in Gotham City, kind of like a purge, is going on, and a lot of the Black Mask people are, or just people are attacking the mayor. So Ryan helps get the mayor out, and the mayor has been like shot or something, but he's not gonna die. So yeah, I had to grab something that just didn't stop recording. That would just be annoying for me. I'm sorry. The next 40 minutes will be better. I'm sorry, I'm just not focused on the episode because it's like 5. Sophie's gonna stay with the mayor, Alice and Ryan go do the thing, or take down Black Mask and the False Face Society. So and retrieve Kate. So Ryan brings Alice 2 black masks that she got off the people on the street, and they're gonna infiltrate Channel 64 studio wearing the black masks so nobody will mess with them. And yeah, that's basically the plan, and they're finally gonna help each other out. If you guys ever watched Supernatural, I think Alice is kind of like Crowley or Rowena, where they are bad guys in the sense of the word bad guys, but they're also the hero's friend, and they help out the heroes a lot. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna next picture so I know what to say. Oh yeah, oh my god. I think they forgot that most of us watch the same TV shows, because they reused the CCPD building as the GCPD building. Maybe they're just saying that all police buildings in the Arrowverse look the same, but the SCPD, Star City Police Department, yeah, from Arrow didn't look like that, but yeah, they throw the bat signal off the top of the roof, and this is why we haven't seen the CCPD in the Flash for a while. No, that was a joke. Didn't sound like it though. Alice and Brian finally break into the Channel 64 studio, where they see all the weapons on the table, and yeah, before they can get to it though, Kate attacks them really, and in this hybrid costume, you can tell they didn't want to make Wallace stay in an actual bat suit, because they knew she was only going to work for an episode. So it's really just like a cheap bat costume that probably cost a couple thousand just to make, or like not even a couple. But yeah, there's this Ryan and Kate fight, or Cersei. I'm gonna call her Kate, but it's Cersei really. And yeah, Ryan's like, really, you're gonna use my own bow staff against me? And she's really offended by that. I would be too, but yeah. Eventually, Alice joins in, and they both take on Kate as they're fighting, and yeah, nothing too special. They overpower Kate sometime, and Black Mask starts shooting. So they flip over the table as Kate grabs all the stuff that fell on the floor, and they flip over the table as Black Mask shoots. And they repeat it again, and yeah, it's just a lot happening. But Alice and Ryan talk real quick, and Alice is like, I can't. You can I can save Kate, but I can't drive the Batmobile, so go. I'll catch up sometime. And Ryan's like, okay. So, yeah. Ryan makes a run for it as Black Mask runs out of ammo. And, yeah, a lot just happens. And now we are past the beginning of the episode. And if you are this far in, why not subscribe? Why not give the video a like? I don't know, it's such a cliche thing, but anyway. Luke looks through the room that had all the toxic stuff in, last episode, and, he finds some drawings that he made when he was a kid of, what Luke explains later in the episode of what he thinks a black Batman would look like. He doesn't have to wonder. We're in 2021, so it's happened before. Yeah. So, Luke sees right next to the drawing that the drawing detailed what a glove would look like in, the black Batman's hand, and, Luke sees that his father, Lucius Fox, made the gauntlet that he drew, so, he eventually finds this bat-shaped, thing with a cloak draped over it, and it's just a really, it's a really good scene, by the way, of Luke discovering this new suit, and, he takes it off, and it's not exactly what he drew, because the one he drew had underpants, but, it's what I'd imagine Batwing to look like in live action. That is exactly what this is. It is Batwing, and I just want to say that, when the original Batwing set photos came out, I posted some of them on my Instagram, so if you want to go check that out, it's linked in the description. And, yeah. Mary is in the clinic, and they bring, Tappernoff in because they found him in a dumpster, and Mary's like, oh my god, I have to work on this person, and, you know, she knows Tappernoff shot Luke and blamed it and everything, but eventually Tappernoff wakes up from the snake bite after Mary leaves and attacks some of the police officers, some of the doctors that are trying to help him, and he's looking for his, snake bite, so, yeah, that's basically it for that scene, but we have Ryan driving the Batmobile, and her and Alice really talk, and Alice feels that Ryan and her are one and the same now, because they lost the one person who only truly loved them, now that Ocean is gone, because Ryan's adopted mother, Ryan believed was the only person who truly loved her, and, Ryan and Alice believes that Ocean was the only person who truly loved her, which they're both lying in their head, because Mary and Sophie and Luke have grown to love her, not in a romantic way, but in a family way. And Jacob, he went to prison for Alice. Jacob loves Alice. Kate loves her. You can see that by the end of the episode, because she feels guilty for not being able to save Beth. They may not love Alice, but they love Beth, and that's what they want. But out of the parallels, Ryan doesn't accept Alice's apology, and Alice is like, I apologized. What else do you expect? I did everything right, or whatever. And Ryan still doesn't really accept it, and Alice gets kind of mad about this, and Alice is just like, well, you know, when I almost got my fingernail peeled off, I do some digging into people. Your mom died in childbirth, right? Well, you know what? Your first thing that you ever did in this world was kill somebody. So, we are not the same, or whatever, and it's just like a burn, man, a roast, if you would say, but, yeah, it's just, Alice is, I don't know, Alice is one of my favorite characters in the Arrowverse, because of how much we learn about her, and how much you can feel that she was wrong, and why she's a villain. But I don't know, it just, this scene fell off to me. Like, I know she's a bad guy, but they are trying to make her a hero, and now they do this. Like, yeah, I don't know. But at the clinic, Tabernoff is searching through like trash and all this stuff, trying to find a snake bite, of course. And he spots Mary eventually, and he's like, hey you, and I just want to say, the person who plays Tabernoff, I think is, no, I was about to say his name is Sam Huntington. It's not Sam Huntington, I know that, that's the person who played Jimmy Olsen in Superman Returns. But, yeah, the person who plays, Tabernoff, I can't take him seriously in that muscle suit, dude. It looks too stupid, and it just, I feel like Tabernoff was, all this build-up, it was just for Batwing to take him down, and Bane, I thought if he actually became the new Bane, he could have been a really compelling villain next season, setting up for Batwing, and maybe they just didn't meet in this episode, and we'll have to wait till season 3, but no, they took Tabernoff down this episode, or we could get a rematch next season with the Strength, and where he's less silly, and just, oh, where's my snake bite, give me my snake bite, or whatever. Yeah, but, yeah, Mary eventually tases Tabernoff after, like, tricking him, and man, Tabernoff is not stupid. Bane is not stupid. Well, Tabernoff is stupid, but not, like, super stupid, and I don't know, I don't like how they portrayed Tabernoff with the Venom. Are you getting that enough? Have I said that, too many times? But eventually we get a pair of boots in the water, or whatever, and, yeah, Tabernoff catches up to Mary, and we get this Batwing, get ready scene, where, the backpack opens up, which I'm guessing allows him to fly, and, this awesome blue bat symbol suit that is straight out of the comics. I think, if they wanted to do straight out of the comics, it would have been less bulky in the suit, but I guess you can do less bulk without the electronics for the symbol. But, if they also wanted to do more comic booky, it would have been, more skin tight, but I don't know. It goes along with the Batwoman suit and the rest of the suits in the Arrowverse. The Batwing, I have nothing to complain. I think this is a really great suit. But, Luke catches, Batwing, I gotta get used to that. Batwing catches Mary. He never gets the name Batwing in this either. So yeah, it's just a cool, scene. Luke has to get used to using the suit, and he, like, falls over and stuff, and he's like, yeah, I gotta get used to it. I think it's kind of silly how the mask just flips up, but instead of it not being like a helmet or whatever, actually, from the official poster, we know that it is a helmet that he's wearing. So why would the mask flip up? I don't know. But after this, Brian drives up in the Batmobile, and Brian talks to Mary, and Mary's like, "Hey, this snake bite, it is more of a mist. Just spray it at Kate, and it should maybe unlock some of her core memories." And yeah, just stay far enough away so that you don't get hit with the what am I looking for? Snake bite. And that's basically what the main thing he says. But then Ryan feels like helpless without the suit. So she sees, and then Mary shows that all these Gotham citizens have turned all these black masks into bat symbols because the actual bat symbol is destroyed. And this gave me chills just thinking about it, because all the citizens of Gotham trust Batwoman. Not all of them, but most of them. When they couldn't even trust her in season 1. It's just hope is the word to describe for it, and it just puts a smile on my face, and it gives me chills every time I think about it. Within the past 24 hours, it's just so cool, and the score was great, man. But we have a fight, a mini fight between Tommarrow and Batwing, and yeah, Tommarrow is definitely coming back as a bigger threat in season 3, I bet. Isn't his comic book name like Menace or something? But yeah, I expect Menace to be in season 3 to have a rematch with Luke Fox or Batwing. Yeah, Batwing. But in Channel 64 Studio or whatever, it is Black Mask versus Alice time, and that's a lot of blood that Black Mask made Alice spit out, man. I just want to say, maybe that was like a screw up or something. I don't know. But yeah, Black Mask and Alice basically talk about what is a great villain, what makes a great villain great. Black Mask thinks that Alice's flaw was, you can't also try to save your sister, but also try to kill your sister. It's confusing. Roman Sionis will be the White Knight of Gotham after he takes down the false face and saves all the snakebite. And Black Mask is the villain. You see, I am benefiting myself in 2 ways. And Alice is like, yeah, well, your message is confusing too, or whatever. And Alice was such a badass in the scene, man. She was just so cool, and I love our confrontation between the main season 1 and season 2 villains. And yeah, I wonder who's gonna be season 3 villain by the end of this. I have a feeling that it's gonna be Poison Ivy, but we'll get more into that in the outro. But Alice sprays some Joker, the stuff in Joker's flowers at Roman, and it yeah, it basically burns his face, and Alice then shoves the black mask on Roman, so Roman can't take the mask off now, so his plan is entirely pointless. And I think this could be, this is a reference to the 2004, the Batman show, where Black Mask couldn't take off his mask. I think it was his actual, like, skull, where he talked. So now, if we ever see Black Mask again, the mask could erode and take over his face, which I think would be so cool to see that in live action. I think, just with the possibility, I would be so sad if we never saw that happen, because it would be just so cool. But here we have Ryan, who was talking to Sophie just there, and she's now chasing Kate in the Batmobile. So yeah, Ryan chases Kate on her bike, and, yeah, I can't believe this chase was so long, because I'd imagine these, car scenes like this would be hard to film, man. So, sorry, I had to roll my sleeves, they're bothering me. I'm just surprised how long this car scene lasted. It lasted like 2 minutes, and for, like, these would all be, like, shots from a crane or, like, on a car, and, when Kate was riding the bike, you could tell that there was some CGI in the background where it was just her, and you didn't see the wheels move. But, yeah, Kate shoots, like, rockets at Ryan, which, like, I think the Batmobile ultimately could, take a rocket. Maybe not that Batmobile is kind of wimpy. But, yeah, to see an explosion like that, I think the Batmobile could take a couple of explosions like that, but I don't think it could take a head-on missile, because that car, they don't have the budget to make, like, a Michael Keaton Batmobile, or hell, even, like, a Ben Affleck one, so that's the best they can do. But, eventually, Ryan's like, oh, you want to play dirty, so, Kate, she uses, like, these trip things that would come out of the Batmobile to, like, to trip Kate off the bike, and Kate falls off. And immediately they, are about to start fighting, and yeah, it was a really dark fight, which I guess helped with the stunts, because they both weren't wearing any helmets or, like, bat masks or whatever. So yeah, I bet the darkness helped with the stunts, and, the worst thing about stunts are they look super cool, but the worst thing is that you can, sometimes you can see that it's not the actor or the actress, and, a lot of this time, and if you look at the behind the scenes that JVC and Leslie posted, I'll link it down below, actually, it's really interesting. No, I can't leave a story down below, an Instagram story. She took over the Batwoman page yesterday and just posted a bunch of behind the scenes thing, and it looks like she does a bunch of her own stunts. Not like Tom Cruise, like, hanging off the side of a plane, but, like, on wires or whatever, like, jumping down from a high place on wires. That's the best of it. Or, like, a fight scene. That's why so many of these Batwoman fight scenes look good, because you can actually get the actor in, the shot, and they're actually fighting, which is impressive. But, at one point in the fight, another car, comes along, and, it's Alice, and throughout the fight, Ryan lost the snake bite mist thing that she needed, so, eventually, Alice gets out of the car and grabs the snake bite, mist sort of thing after Ryan yells about it. So Alice goes up to Kate and sprays Kate with the, snake bite mist, and, before, anything can happen, really, Kate grabs Alice, and, they both, you can see it from Ryan's facial expression, she thought they were about to die or whatever, I don't know. They both go overboard and into the water. But am I the only one who thought that this was the same bridge that, where it all started in 2003, where Ryan's mom went off the bridge and Alice got lost and everything, and Kate didn't, where Kate's mom and Beth all fell off the bridges. I think it's the same bridge, which would be a nice symbolism for what happened in these scenes. But yeah, the penguins since Kate had the bag with all the, villain stuff, all the villain stuff are in the water now. And, this scene right here, not the one after Alice's mind where she talks to, Ocean, but the one, Kate's mind it could be nice symbolism that they both fell off the same bridge that they fell off 17 years ago. I think it would be timeline-wise. But, yeah, Alice, like I said, Alice, in her mind, she talks to Ocean, and it was revealed that Tatiana got the jump on him because Ocean was, planning not a vacation, but to get away from this life that he and Alice had been roped into for so long. They both were he was planning on having a happy life with them. But Tatiana and, Sophia couldn't have that, and they took it away from him, and I feel so sorry for them. I love this relationship that they had. I think you can watch my previous reviews. They're not good until around episode, I don't say any of my reviews are good, but, because, I don't know, but I didn't start taking notes until, like, episode 9, let's just say that. So, they might be a little crappy before episode 9, or 10, mostly, but, yeah, I'm sorry, I rambled. Alice, it's just heartbreaking to watch this scene for me, because, come on, I didn't like the origin episode, that, episode 7 that dealt with it. I think you can even see my review if you want. The place will be linked down below, but, yeah. Put it simply, Alice says goodbye to Ocean. It was great. It was a great way for this actor to get his paycheck, man. He played a dead body last episode. So let's see, the dude who played Mouse got paid for just being a dead body for one episode, and so did the dude who plays Ocean. I think that's pretty funny, man. I even DM'd the dude who played, Mouse, like, when the episode came out, and I was like, wait, did you fly all the way up to Vancouver just to play a dead body? And whatever, or what? And he said, oh, you'll wait. It was after episode 1 aired, so whatever. But, Kate goes in, we have this flashback, which I really think is a great flashback because they fell off the bridge. And, Kate finally, we've seen this scene so many times, but in different representations, but Kate finally finds Beth, and this would be the memory that they had to remind her of. It would be mainly what season 1 focused around. It would be something that we've seen so many times. It was just amazing and great, and this whole time, Alice and Kate were holding hands underwater. And this wakes Alice up, most importantly, and, Alice swims them up to the water, up to the beach, I guess, the shore, to, get water. It's not really a beach, but it's not really, it's a lake. I don't know what the definition of beach is, so who am I to say? But, Ryan rushes down there, and, Alice is like, Kate's not breathing, and so, Ryan tells Alice what she has to do to save Kate, and they both do it, and, they, like, do CPR on Kate, and, Alice keeps freaking out because it's, like, not working, and, I got a little bit annoyed by Alice, but she's been through so much that you can understand it, and, I was just like, trust Ryan, man, trust the process, and, that's basically what Ryan says, just keep doing it, it will work, and, yeah, I don't know, this was a really intense scene. I could see them saving him. I also could see him not I could also see Kate not waking up eventually, and that being a big surprise. Sorry. So yeah, Kate wakes up and all the water exits your system like you were just in a pool and you got shot underwater when it was surprising. So yeah, Kate Kate wakes up and calls calls Alice Beth. And it's just a great moment to be ruined by the corrupt GCPD who work for Roman Sionis. And they take Alice away. Alice keeps holding on to Kate's hand, but Kate isn't strong enough to stop it. It's just an awful moment, but also a great moment at the same time. And it's just beautiful, and I can appreciate it so much that this happened. And this was honestly my favorite scene of the episode. And probably one of my favorite scenes of season 2. My all-time favorite scene of season 2, I can say this, is when Luke decides that he doesn't want to live anymore. And he talks to Bruce Wayne. It was just a magnificent episode. But Ryan, it's like the next day, Ryan stands in front of court with their court appeal and says, "No, I have not changed. You guys want to hear yes?" But she says, "No, I'm still the nice, kind-hearted person who got wrongly thrown in jail for something that I never did." And the court ultimately decides that Ryan is clear and she doesn't have to be supervised by her parole officer anymore. And yeah, well, in the Wayne Tower, we have a talk between Luke and Kate and Mary, and it's a great talk, and it really feels like season 1, which you don't want it to feel like, honestly, because that season, besides, like, I don't hate season 1, man, it was a pretty good season, but the last 5 episodes were honestly great episodes, but yeah, most of it wasn't. Ruby Rose was the ultimate problem, and I'm kind of mad that Walt Stay isn't returning for season 3, or she's not going to be a regular cast member for season 3, because she was so good in this role. She made me like Kane more than when it was Ruby Rose, because Ruby Rose talked like this, and it was like, "Oh, Beth, no, why would you do this? I need Alice, not Beth." Well, Kate was finally like, "I'm gonna go find Bruce, and I'm gonna go visit National City." And Rose Day made Kate a more powerful character than depending on Jacob or Alice, and Wallace Day made Kate an overall character, and I can appreciate that so much. But anyway, yeah, Kate and Wallace finally talk, and the two Batwomen, and throughout this conversation, Kate realizes that I just needed to become Batwoman to help to save the city and deal with my own stuff. You need to be Batwoman to live, and I think that's more important. So Kate is officially retired from the role of Batwoman, and yeah, it's just a lot, and they shake on it, and I'm really just disappointed that she's not gonna be in season 3 that much. I think she's probably gonna guest star. I mean, the teaser they left her off with was that she's gonna go find Bruce Wayne. So if she doesn't find Bruce Wayne, it's just, yeah, it's just a little, are you serious? But yeah, our final scene with Kane that we can presume in season 2 is her and Sophie, and I know if you watch my reviews, I really didn't like Sophie. I thought she was the worst part of season 1. But the writers addressed their horrible relationship in season 1 by saying that, yes, it can never happen. It will not happen. I'm so glad that the writers didn't go with the easy option by just slapping, just replacing Kate with Ryan and making Sophie Ryan's girlfriend and everything. I'm just so glad that the writers didn't do that ultimately. And, yeah, it's just a great talk between these two characters who have known each other for what I think it would be like 10 years now or whatever. 8. Or it's just, yeah. I'm just impressed by what they did with Kate in this episode. And Kate is gonna go to Metropolis to visit Jacob, and she's gonna go to National City to visit Supergirl, or she says a friend. But when this was live airing, I thought, actually, tomorrow or the next couple days, I wouldn't be surprised if we got an announcement that Wallace Day will be Kane in an episode of Supergirl Season 6. That's not going to happen because they made an announcement today that she's not going to be a Season 3 regular. She may appear in an episode of Season 3, which is confirmation that, yeah, she's going to appear in an episode of Season 3. But the main thing is they left Kate off to go find Bruce. She's going to go find Bruce, and that's what I thought they could do, like a side arc in Season 3. But yeah, we end with a kiss between Kate and Sophie. And it's long overdue. And yeah, I'm just really disappointed by that Wallace Day isn't going to be in Season 3 as Kane, man. I thought she was a great part of the season, but whatever. That was my little rant, or whatever. It would have been a great thing in Season 3 just to see Kane finding Bruce Wayne. But I guess they can do that in a crossover or whatever. But, yeah, we're not even have a crossover, are we, this year? It's just going to be the first 5 episodes of The Flash. But yeah, we have Ryan in Arkham, and we see Black Masks in Arkham, and he can't take off the mask. I really hope in Season 3 we see and it's kind of like the Batman cartoon, where he can't, the mask has melted onto his face, so it looks like he actually has his skull. So, yeah. Ryan tips the guard to get in a cell, and Ryan talks to Alice in her cell. And Alice is like, yay, I'm even humiliated here. I'm in this orange jumpsuit that I was in. Let's think about it. Timeline-wise, it's like May 2020, so the last time Alice was in Arkham was like February 2020, timeline-wise, so it's only been 3 months for her, man. I don't feel bad for her. I just want to say that, but, Ryan and Alice talk, and Alice eventually reveals that, I'm sorry, they get off on the right foot. I feel like it's gonna be like a Romina and Sam and Dean relationship, or like a Crowley and Sam and Dean relationship. They're still gonna have villainous moments, but they ultimately will work together if they have to. Or I feel like in Season 3, Alice is gonna do what Alice does. And sorry, I just bumped my microphone. Alice, in her final scene of the season, reveals that Ryan's mother didn't die in childbirth. She's still alive and kicking. So that is Ryan's main motivation for Season 3. Go find her mother. And because Ryan is a fictional character, is a character made up for this TV show, we don't know who her mother is. Maybe her mother, her mother could be Lady Shiva or whatever, or a villain if we wanted that. I know it's like a cliche thing, like their father is the bad guy, family is the bad guy. It's a cliche thing by now, but yeah, I think I'm interested. But our final tease of the season, I wasn't expecting this. I guess it was laid out throughout the episode, and we could have expected. We see Penguin's umbrella, Mad Hatter's hat, and all the toxic, the stuff that were in the toxic room that Kate stole in episode 17, laid out on the bay. And most importantly, we see the poison ivy rose has been cracked, and the vines are growing. Now, since the vines are growing, could that mean that poison ivy is actually there? And that poison ivy could be our season 3 villain? I don't think so, but that's just a little theory. I think poison ivy could be a villain in season 3, since we ended with a poison ivy rose. Not Rove. But anyway, that was my Batwoman season 2 episode 18 power review. I'm so excited to review season 3 in October and throughout May. And I hope, if you've been here since day 1 I started reviewing Batwoman, I just want to say, the playlist is from episode 2 to 18. I did review season 1, but I got copyright strike like the day I made it, so I take it down. And, yeah, back then I've just come so far. I used videos that I screen recorded, man. Now I just use too many photos, but whatever. I'm rambling. Goodbye, stay safe, and goodbye. Like the video, subscribe.